Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining me on Adventures with Niels. We're putting in on the Cottonwood River today to go kayaking. It is, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so fun. It was really fun last time we went on it. So I'm hoping to hit some rapids, hopefully avoid the rocks today. We're at medium level. We're putting in at Marty Landing, and then we are taking out at Adams Park in New Ulm. The put-in spot here is in Sleepy Eye. All of the put-ins and the takeouts along the way have been washed out by storms last year and this year, so there really is no place. We did, I think when the water's pretty low, you can get out at Flandreau Park, but I had a friend check it out and there was no way to get out there. So we're going a little bit farther. We're going 20 miles today. Whoop, whoop. Let's go paddling. You do have to do a little bit of portaging. The parking lot is just up to the right at the top of the hill there. It's a really nice put in here though. Nice and sandy. The river is flowing at medium level today, 386 CFS, I believe. All right, here we go. Okay, you go first. You got this. I have total faith in you. Read the river, look for the V. You're a pro. Let the river take you.
Am I going into the light?
Go to the lights. Yes, that was a spider that just went across my camera.
Let's take it real slow. You know we got what you need, baby. So take it, move along. I said we got what you need, honey. Come and groove along. Come on. Rolling on the highway, you know. Wow.
Lots of rocks!
Yeah, you gotta move along. Gotta feel it, feel it, feel it, feel you gotta feel it, feel it, feel it, feel you gotta feel it. On the roadway, you gotta move along. Baby, gotta move along. I said, baby, gotta move along. I said, honey, take it real slow. I said, honey, take it real slow. Gotta groove on, gotta groove on.
What happened was when she didn't take the V and she went to the right of that where that rock was, she hit the rock and then leaned to the right, trying to avoid the rock. But what happens if you lean, and she leaned in towards the river, all the water went into her boat and then tipped her over, and then it got lodged on that rock because the whole boat filled up. So we had a rope pulling from one side, the front, and then she had to pull back on that backside to get that loose from that huge rock there. And then you get people over to the side, and then you have to empty out the boat. And the rest of us had a really hard time. I couldn't get out and help her because the water was so deep. I would have tipped my boat. I tried several times. I just could not get out. So thank God for Todd, who was able to hop like nothing out of his boat. Everybody tips
Okay,
once,
I'm
so
kind of stuck in the mud right where I'm at. I can't move.
you're now officially initiated. Oh my gosh, you're up to your knee in mud.
I'm stuck.
Holy cow. You just worry about getting
my flag is here if you want to.
you just get yourself out of there. And there's absolutely no shame in tipping. Everybody does it at least once, and it's how we learn. And I think it's great that we have the GoPro going because you can actually go back and see the water and see what happened. Todd to the rescue.
Yeah, my little rope is kind of small.
I'm learning so much myself because I was like, oh, don't worry, we'll bilge pump you out. Todd's like, no, we need to dump this out. So you really have to get the boat up onto the land like they did, dump out what you can, and then if you don't have a plug like she does, they're emptying the water now. If you don't, then you have to bilge pump the rest. But you try to dump out as much as you possibly can. It was a great lesson for everybody. Rivers like this that are just completely brown, and when it's calm like this, you can't read. Like you couldn't. We didn't know that was super sandy off to the right. So as you can see, the guy is just completely lodged on a bunch of sand there. So he had to kind of get out and get himself unlodged. And we saw him stuck, so everybody went to the left. It's good to be not the first person sometimes. Before I do any trips, I always check the water levels with the U.S. government water flow site and then also the Minnesota DNR site. And not last year, but the year before, we went on this river and the DNR site said that it was medium level, which is always fine, supposedly. And that was 111 CFS. So that's more than half of what this was. We were scraping, we were teeter-tottering, we were stuck on rocks. It was the craziest trip ever. So if you have that happen, write into the DNR and let them know that it's incorrect, kind of what they have gauging on there. And they did change it after I wrote into them. absolute miracle I stayed in my boat. We all stayed in our boats. You know, I should have went to the further to the right when I saw this one big rock. I just saw another rock, and the next thing I knew, I was on top of them. But just take them slow. Oh my God! After I hit that rock on the right, I had to paddle real hard on the left-hand side to keep my nose straight. If you keep the nose of your kayak forward, it will keep you from tipping, and you just swivel your hips and go with the flow. There will be rocks. A lot of rocks. There's another owl. That was cool. So cool. That's 2 owls. Like, wow, that's 2 owls. So pretty. Woohoo! Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. We would go around some corners and the wind would just smack us. Wow. Woo! Something to think about when you're doing large rivers, be sure to check the wind forecast. This river's okay because it's so curvy, so it's constantly bending and turning. But if you're going on the Mississippi or the Minnesota River, check the wind forecast. That's really cool. Just come over here. Wow. There's birds flying in and out of the rock walls here because they have their little homes in those little circle spots. Yeah?
And watch the turkey vultures come down, circle down till they got closer and closer. We'd run off all.
You would lay down and they would come to you?
Yeah, they would get further and further down.
No way.
Yeah, they come after you.
Wow. portage. Yeah. That's all the way across. All right, here is the exit point. It's a little bit of roundy rocks getting up the hill here.
There's steps here.
Oh, there's steps, we were just told. Woohoo! Here's the bridge that you'll get out right before.